talk. Live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzy K Ward coming at ya.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jazzy After Dark, another edition of Artist Talk. My special guest tonight is the phenomenal, the sensation, Miss Dorie Pride, international sensation, Dorie Pride. Now, this lady definitely has the it factor, and I'm so glad you decided to welcome me into your homes, wherever you are across the world. Welcome. Happy New Year to everyone. I know I'm still saying New Year because it's still January, right? Almost the end of the month, but it's still the new year. So we want a lot of love. So all you have to do is go over down right there. No, over there. And hit the share button and invite all your family and your friends in. So, and if you don't know Dorie Pride, trust me, you will get to know her tonight right here on Artist Talk. So we're streaming live everywhere tonight. I can promise you this, after you see the conversation and hear the music, you're going to go buy a Dorie Pride project. I can promise you that. But first, I'm going to show you a little snippet of some of Dorie's great music right here on Artist Talk.
Every day I catch the news, read the paper, get the blues. All years what's gone wrong, who shot who and on and on. Same old song. Same old pollution, child abuse, drugs and prostitution. That's a drag. They say nuclear walls on the way. It's not a scene we haven't played on. There's a better way. We're living black and white. Everybody's so lower tide. Why can't they see life's just a comedy? Many in the world today are giving up, lost the way. Say goodbye to all their dreams, just black and white on a TV screen. You know what I mean? I'm the artist of the day. Hate to think, just learn to breathe.
Hey, I'm just over here jamming all to Dory Pride. Did you hear the words? Did you listen to the lyrics of the song? You better listen, right? Again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, my next guest, Dory Pride, she's truly a beacon of light. She's a beacon of hope. And, you know, she walks to her own drum, her own beat. She's in her own lane. She don't need nobody else. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend, international recording artist, songwriter, and author, Dorie Pride to Artist Talk. Come on in,
It is
Dorie.
a pleasure to be here. I am so excited. I just love you. I love your show. I'm always listening to it on Saturday mornings. It's my favorite. So now to have this conversation with you and to be your guest, and you have on my shirt.
Oh, hey, everybody, did y'all
I'm
see?
so excited. I'm so excited.
Dorie Pride sent me a shirt. I was so happy when I got, and you know what, y'all? It feels so good. It feels so good on me, just like her music. I'm assure you, her music, it's uplifting, it feels good, and the shirt feels good too.
I'm so happy. Thank you so much. That took a lot of energy to be able, when I create anything, whether I'm making music or I'm creating a design or clothes or whatever I'm doing, I wanted to feel good as well as look good. So I didn't want to just go with a cotton t-shirt that you can throw in the washer and after 2 or 3 washes, it's finished. I really wanted it to feel good, something that when you put it on, you can feel Dory Pride.
I promise you, Dorie. I don't feel, you get a lot of shirts and you be like, ooh, it's kind of and itchy, but I promise you, the shirt, it feels so good. It does.
I'm so happy.
And
I'm
I
so
just
happy.
want
I'm
to
so happy to be here. I really am. And when I am on your show and I'm in the mix with so many other great artists and musicians, it makes my soul feel good. And I feel really honored because I love your show.
oh, well,
And
thank you.
just who you are. It's
Thank
wonderful.
you, Dorie. We're in a different time. So, with the process, I know you were hanging out in the green room, and I hope
Mhm.
you had some of that cheese and wine and grapes and stuff.
It was delicious. I must say, my favorite Cabernet. You had it there for me, so I'm feeling real good right now.
Okay, well, great. But again, thank you. And thank you for everyone. We're streaming everywhere live tonight. Don't forget to go over to K Ward Radio on my YouTube channel. We're streaming there. We're on Twitter. We're on Periscope. We're on kwardradio.com. We're on Jazzy K Ward. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere with Dorie Pride tonight. And not only do you see Dorie here, you can hear her music worldwide. Okay. So I see people chiming on again. Hi, everyone. And someone just said, like, Doris, she is so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Faye Vines. It's my sister. I love her. I get a lot of my clothes from her shop for sure.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Icon. Is that right?
Yeah.
Icon Robinson.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your kindness.
Yeah. Well, not only is she pretty on the outside, she's so pretty on the inside. You always give me encouraging words, uplifting. You're just positive. And you can even tell that even in your music. When I listen at like Life is Just a Color TV, Love Will Find a Way, and so many other songs that we're going to talk about tonight on the show. But I did want to start off, for those who are just new to you, can you share a little bit about who Dorie Pride is and how you got started?
Okay, let's see. Well, I've always been a purple sheep. When I came out of the womb, I just had my own beat. And I've always wanted to express what was in my heart and in my mind. However, that had to show itself, and music was the way. It started initially with lyrics and poetry, and then I picked up the guitar. But when I was about 12, but I couldn't stay with it for long because it hurt my hand so much. I just couldn't do it. So I put the guitar down for a bunch of years, and then I moved to California, and where I spent most of my life. And I ran into a neighbor, Ray Parker Jr. He was the person that basically taught me how to play the guitar in the very beginning, three chords, but I couldn't stay with it because it just hurt so much. But then I met Kamal Seitu, who became my partner. We started working together. He taught me how to play guitar. He's my producer. He's my husband. He's my soulmate. He's just everything. But he's brilliant. He is a brilliant musician, and I learned how to play from him. So I picked the guitar back up, and that allowed me to be able to really express who I am completely as a musician, because it wasn't then just about writing lyrics or poetry or telling a story. I could put it all together in a way that was personal to me. And I had to be able to just get the message, whatever it was that God would put inside of me, I had to get it out because I knew that it was something that needed to be expressed. So music was it for me.
Yeah, music. Well, no, when you talk about music, was when you grew up, was music something in your home, like your
Oh
family?
yeah. My mother, my mother was a beautiful poetess, and she was incredible with words. But music was in our every single day of my life. I heard Ray Charles.
Oh,
I heard Ray Charles. My mother, oh my gosh, she worshiped that man. Till I went away to college, Ray Charles was playing every single day, and Marvin Gaye and Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Motown and everything from that to Miles Davis to Charlie Parker to John Coltrane to music was just in the blood.
in the blood.
Music and dancing and joy
Yeah.
and joy. Yeah.
It's all in your music. Like you could say, it's even in your smile. You can feel the love. You feel the message even when you listen, to your music. And I always wanted to know, what was your creative process as you even start like writing a song? Like,
Well, my creative process is I'm moved by what I'm looking at out of my eyes. My eyes and my spirit, they connect. So when I'm looking at something, I get a visceral feeling about
oh,
whatever it is that I'm looking at. And that really provokes and evokes me to get out what it is that I'm looking at, what I'm feeling. I can't just let something just sit inside and just churn around and around. I have to get it out. And I got that from my mother. As I said, my mother was a brilliant poetess, and I learned the value of words through watching her as a child
okay.
and the way she would move people with her words and what the power of words, the power of words. And I thought, wow, looking at her and listening to her, I didn't realize it, but I didn't know that I had that gift. I knew that I loved my mother and I loved what she was writing. So going to school, I would start, English class, you write. And the teachers would tell me, they would always tell me, you're a poet. You should be, but I didn't know that, in the seventh grade. I didn't know that, but I knew I had to get it out. And so, looking at life and expressing what it is that I'm feeling was the most important thing to be able to share that. Because if you have something and you're thinking about it, but you don't really get it out, then what good is it? To me, that's just my process. I need to be able to get out what I'm feeling and move somebody with it. If I can get you to think about something in a different way, maybe, or
Right.
think about something that you never thought about, or
Mhm.
think about something that brings you to somebody else so that we can come up collectively and bring more light and love into the world, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's
Right.
my process.
Right. That's amazing. I mean, your process, and when you can think about your music, you know, even in this time, Dory, and you being an African American woman, being in a pretty much a male dominant industry,
Yeah.
how how has that process been for you? Like even getting your music out or getting it heard, have you had any challenges with that?
Yeah. Yeah. How can I say it in a few words? I'll say it like this. I have had in my career, I've had like 10 different record deal offers.
Oh,
And each one of them I had to turn down because when it came time to sign the contract, I was going to have to break off a little piece of my soul, which I wasn't willing to do.
right.
And I am a self-contained artist, so I truly am an artist. I don't fit in a box. So when they would say, I love the way you sound, I love the way you write, I love this, that, and the other, but I want to put you with this person, or I want you to sing more like this, or write more like this. I want you to be somebody else.
Right.
Every time it would end up being something like that I just could not do. So I'm not, my soul is not for sale.
Okay.
It's just not. So what it is that I have to do, what it is that I have to say, what it is that I have to sing, I know that I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do. So that's one part. The other part is a lot of times when I was in living in California, and I would do like cafes, or I would do like little small clubs. A lot of men, they would. I've had people take the microphone and try to do stuff to sabotage the my show,
Uh-huh.
but I am resilient. I find a way out of everything. So if you cut this off, I'm gonna find another way. If I have to just get up and sing at the top of my lungs, I will do whatever it is that I have to do because I can't be stopped. What it is that God has given me to do, that's what I do. What He's given me to sing, that's what I sing. What He's given me to say, that's what I say. So yes, there are challenges, but I bless everybody. If I see somebody and they're having a bad day and they're trying to put it out on me, I just don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm I'm going on with what I got to do. So yeah, the challenges are there, but I don't let it affect me because I know who I am and I know what I'm supposed to do, and I'm just thankful to God that I know that, and I'm going to get it out because the bottom line is bringing light and love to the world and waking people up, getting them to look at themselves, getting them to see what can we all contribute, because we're all like
Right.
links in a chain. And when the strongest link, everybody coming together, we can go upward and we can really change the atmosphere. We can change the planet. No matter what's going on, how bad things may seem, it doesn't have to stay like that. It's a collective effort that people are coming together in the same way to implement change. I hope
Right.
I answered.
You did. And I like when you put people coming together. 'Cause I'm a very positive person. And I
I
think a
know.
lot of times, and I'm sure you have in this music business, I think what's missing a lot of times, and even, with me doing radio, it's like we don't work together anymore. I think we could be so much further, but it's
Right.
almost this person is trying to get ahead of you. But if we
Yep.
would come together,
It's the crab barrel mentality, and
right,
that's so sad. But we can eradicate that just by people like you and me and other people who are light filled. We want to celebrate when one is going up. We want to lift everybody up because we all go up. What
exactly.
good is it if I'm going up and you're going to pull me down? Then we're both down. How are we going to go forward if it's better if I go up, I can pull you up, and we do this until we have a vast army of light.
Right. I told y'all, Dory Pride, I told you, she walks to her own beat. She's in her own lane, ladies and gentlemen. And trust me, if you don't know Dory Pride, shame on you. Shame on you. So everybody, again, I'm Jazzy K. Warrior, host for Artist Talk. My special guest tonight is international recording artist, Miss Dorie Pride. And hey, Loretta, she said, hey, I found you guys. I was looking at the event page and it said it hadn't started yet. Hello, Dorie. Thank you, Jazzy.
Hello, Loretta, my jazzy sister.
Your Jazzy sister.
Yeah, that's one you to look out for too.
And we're gonna take a short break, and we're gonna come back with more conversation with Dorie Pride right here on Artist Talk. I'm Jazzy K. Ward. We'll be right back. So go get your popcorn and your wine and come on back, okay, guys?
Capitalize on the strength you possess. Say it like you have an S on your chest. Forget about all the rest. And whatever they have to say about you, tout your skill, rely on sheer will. How about you? Keep going no matter how bad you feel, for real. Bad times don't last, but good hearts will, and they heal. So keep going no matter what all the others say. Dust off your shoulders and go ahead and slay. Hey.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. Dorie Pride is my special guest hanging out with me, Jazzy, tonight. And she's another It Factor guest that's on the show. She's simply amazing. And if you don't know her, make sure you follow Dorie Pride at DoriePride.com. Also, go order you a Dorie Pride shirt. You see my shirt? See? Singer, songwriter, author. So what we're going to add to that next, actress, all that kind of stuff. Dorie Pride she's doing it all, and she has a new song out, which I love. I probably play that song every day, Dorie, among your other songs.
I'm so happy.
No Time for Fear. We ain't got no time for fear. And in the world we're living in today, Dorie, this song and all, I mean, so many of your other songs, like Love Will Conquer All, No More Trouble in the World. It's like, did you write this song in mind that, hey, these things were going on, or just, how did you write this song, No Time for Fear?
The funny thing about it is that title, No Time for Fear, I had it like 2 years ago, before any of this stuff happened. And I just kind of see stories. My process also, you were asking me about it, and I said a lot, but the main thing is I see everything like a movie. I see everything like a little movie. So either I will hear a melody and I'll be humming something, or a flash will come into my head, which will be a title of something, a hook. And so No Time for Fear started off like that. It was the title, No Time for Fear. And so I started dealing with it. I was like, No Time for Fear. And I picked up my pen one day and I just started writing. I just kind of let the process kind of unfold. And it just unfolded, and I wrote it. And then after I wrote it, things started happening that have unfolded in a way that really put us in a place of serious fear. So a lot of it was just something that was in the movie in the back of my head that I had to get out to share. And I wanted it to be an anthem. I wanted it to be an anthem for people to be able to just say, you know what, this is all going on, but words have power. As you know, I believe that. So to write something, to sing something that can empower you, I got no time for fear. You keep singing that, it really does, like a pencil on an eraser on a pencil on a piece of paper. It really does eradicate a lot of the stuff. Every day you just bring it back. Every day you just bring that anthem back and you just sing it.
You
And
just
that's why I wrote it. I wrote it to be able to empower people, to be able to feel good in spite of the stuff that was going on, and to take the power back.
and take the power.
That's the big thing right there. Take your power back, because the television can pull you in, like my song Life's Just a Color TV.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Life's Just a Color TV. We look at things in black and white, but we are the artist of the day. We hold the remote control. You watch in black and white, change the channel to what you want it to be. So that's the beginning, but No Time for Fear is the other side of it. Yes, these things are happening, and what can you do about it? You can do what you can do, and what you can't do, you can't drown in it. That's my process anyway. I find, what can I do?
Right.
So can I do anything about this? And if I can, then I do it. If I can't, then I sing the song.
That's right.
I just sing it. I got no time for fear. I just sing it until I feel better.
Until you feel better. And I want everyone that's on the live tonight, we're going to check out the video and we're going to talk a little bit. I have some more questions and comments I wanted to ask Dorie about the song No Time for Fear right here on Artist Talk.
That's not right.
When I woke up this morning, monkeys on my back, trying to distract me, throw me off the track. Oh, when I look around me, shows all I see. There's a light inside me, show me how to be so strong and carry on in a world that cut you like a knife. Oh, I know I've got to go, and I'm gonna find my way. I got no time for fear. World's upside down and it's burning. From the left and the right, I got voices in my head, screaming words of doubt, overturning. I will never give up, never give up.
Yeah. Now as I flip the page and educate myself and deflect from rage, I'm seeing that it's gonna take more than some sage to move through the politics and get inside of the maze. They saying it's a race war that we in. I'm seeing it's a place war that we in. You either with the 2%ers or the other end, and they controlling 98% of what we in.
Time to tell a story, syncopated lies, countries divided, violence in their eyes. Oh, when I look and listen, giving me the blues, wrapped up in tradition, keep us all confused. Today, I found my way through the darkness. I trust the light. Ain't way to keep me from the hope of a brighter day. No time for fear. World's upside down and it's burning. From the left and the right, I got voices in my head, screaming words of doubt, overturning. Is it black? Is it white? No time for fear. World's upside down and it's burning. From the left and the right, I got voices in my
time for no fear, Dorie Pride. Dorie, that I mean, it seems you were having so much fun in that video,
Yeah,
and
and it was raining. It was pouring down raining, and I looked at it as a good sign because that part where I have on the orange skirt and I'm out. The rain was just pouring down, but I wasn't getting wet. And then the sun started to shine through the rain, and I saw that as a really good sign. I said, "Oh, I
yeah,
like this.
definitely.
This is a good thing."
So did you write this song?
Pardon me?
Did you write this song?
Yes. Kamal Seytu and I wrote the song. Yes.
You wrote the song, and who was that? Him rapping on it? Because I always wonder who's the
No, that's my nephew. That's my nephew, Luntastic. He is an incredible artist across the board. He's a graphic artist. He is a videographer, and he's a rapper.
yeah. Well, I want to have him on the show.
I will call him up, and I know he will be happy to be on the show for sure. I'm sure he would be.
You know, and I want to tell you this. When I hear that song, No Time for Fear,
Uh-huh.
two songs that I always want, and I'm adding this song. One, which I think should be an anthem, is Marvin Gaye, What's Going On.
Oh my God!
And
Yes.
number two is No Time for Fear.
Oh
They,
my God! I am so honored.
they should both be an anthem. So a friend of mine was having a conversation about, Marvin Gaye. I know this song is back, but I'm a lyricist, and when I listen to the words of the
Yes.
song, the melody, the rhyme, with so much going on in the world with social injustice, and we saw what happened in Washington not long ago.
Yes.
This song needs to be played, and of course, I play it every Saturday on my show.
I know, and I'm so happy about that.
And I
I
know,
feel
like,
so honored. I'm so honored.
and I was like, I know Dorie said, "Well, Corey, I appreciate you playing it, but I have some other songs too now."
Oh, you could play that song as long as you want. I'm happy for anything that you play of my music. I'm honored.
Right.
I am honored.
So when I
As
listen
far as No
to
Time for Fear, though, right now I think is really apropos because I don't think we can hear that too many times. And I'm not saying it because I wrote it. I'm saying it because of what the song is talking about. And it is about giving people strength and giving people courage and giving people the grace to be able to know that storms don't last forever.
oh, they don't.
They don't last forever. We are in a hell of a storm right now, but we're coming out of it. And while we're coming out, while we're in it, we have to hold on as best as we can to ourselves. And how do you do that? You find something positive that you can speak or you can sing or you can meditate on or you can pray about or all of those things. And that is the thing that allows you to be able to get through it. So no time for fear.
Right.
That's I thank
When
God.
I think about the song, and I always tell people I'm a crybaby, but when I hear the song, because Dorie, music to me is healing.
Yes.
It's expression, it's healing. And in these times with so much going on, you have some people that may not necessarily, people like Dr. Martin Luther King and John Lewis and other foot soldiers
Yes.
who were brave enough to stand on the front grounds. But when I hear your song, your music, period, it gives me hope. It gives me inspiration that, look, you don't have no time, because if I continue to sit here and do nothing about nothing, nothing is going to change.
That's right. That's right.
So when you
That's
put on No Time for Fear, it gives you hope and encouragement. And I don't know if you realize that, but that's what your music does.
It makes me I pray for that, every day of my life. I always ask God, use me, Lord, however you want to use me. When I open my mouth, Lord, fill it. Let your words fill my mouth, that someone who may be in need of something, that I could be a vessel that you could flow through. Let it come through the gifts and talents that you've given me. You've given me a gift to write. You've given me a gift to sing. You've given me a gift to play, to make music, to play guitar. And let that be your platform, Lord, that people will be able to draw inspiration or hope or courage or whatever it is that they need. Sometimes it's just nothing. I just want to hear some music and dance.
Right.
I got that too.
Right. I heard about your music board when we talked yesterday. I said it's got jalapeno pepper. You got oregano. It's so full of spices in it. It you know that Brazilian that sound. Your music is so full of color and life, and that's what I love. And No Time for Fear was number 2 in the UK.
Number one.
Oh, it's number 1 now. Oh wow.
Mhm. It's number one for a few weeks. Yeah, absolutely. And still hanging in there too.
Still hanging in there. And everyone, please make sure you go to DoriePride.com is the website. And that's how you can support, Dorie, her music, especially, artists. I always tell people, indie artists, it's a lot. I'm sure financially, they're not signed
It
to a
is.
label.
Yeah,
There's money. There's just a lot, Dorie. I'm
a
sure
lot.
that we don't know that indie artists, because you have to pay for
That's right. You have to do everything.
you have to do
Nobody is coming down with a truckload of money and saying, "Here, put this in promotion. Here, put this in the studio. Here, get these musicians." Everything comes from our pockets.
everything come from you.
Everything. But I have to do it because that's what I was born to do.
That's right.
And so if I had to sing for the rest of my life and just walk up and down the street singing, and I could touch one person walking up and down the street singing, that's what I would have to do until I take my last breath, because that's what I was born to do. But I know in my heart of hearts that's not my fate. But I'm just saying, I'm
Right.
just saying, I would be willing to do that because I love it. That old adage, whatever it is that you love that you could do for free, that's your calling.
Mhm.
That's mine for sure.
Has anybody ever told you, Dorie? I don't really like to, we compare artists, and when I hear your sound, I don't think
Uh-huh.
I've ever shared this with you before. I said,
Uh-uh.
it reminds me a lot of Dee Dee Bridgewater. I'm a big Dee Dee Bridgewater fan.
Wow, what a wonderful compliment.
I don't know if you ever, I was like, her and Dee Dee Bridgewater, they need to do
Oh
a
my
song.
God, I am honored.
I love Dee Dee Bridgewater. It's like,
I'm
Dorie,
honored.
yeah, and it's like, I hear,
Wow, thank you.
you're so welcome. But let me ask you this, Dorie. So, do you remember your first concert that you ever went to? You remember your first concert?
Let's see. I want to say Stevie Wonder.
Oh, Stevie Wonder. Amazing. I mean, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder, first big concert. Yeah, Stevie Wonder.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard one of your songs on the radio?
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. It was one that I've written or one that was my own from as an artist. Which
Yeah,
one?
both.
Okay, from as a songwriter, Janet Jackson, and yeah, Janet Jackson. And where was I? Where was I when I heard it? I don't know if I was in the studio or in the car. I can't remember, but Janet Jackson as a songwriter. That's the first one that I can remember. And then as an artist, it would be Life's Just a Color TV,
Okay.
and I heard it on the radio.
Okay.
And I heard it on the radio on a college radio station,
Okay.
and I was just over the moon with joy. And oh yeah. And if you were to ask me what was a high point,
Mhm.
I would have to say it was singing at the House of Blues, opening for the Blues Brothers, and singing my song, and Mick Jagger,
Oh,
and what's the other guy's name? Mick Jagger, Christian Slater, and um, the guy that the actor that produced Passion of the Christ. What is his name?
oh, which one? I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I know
I
exactly.
can't think of it right now either. But those three people were in the audience when I was performing, and they came to Dan Aykroyd and his wife Donna, who were dear friends of mine, and said, "Who is that girl?
Oh,
She is great." Mick Jagger, he was the first one.
okay.
She's really good. I love her. Who is she?
Okay.
That was the highlight of my life. all three of them at the same time up in the House of Blues in the private room. I can't think of what it was called at the time, and it was all these uh, 5-star people, movie stars, you name it. They were there, and they were all talking about the show, talking about my song, talking about me as a performer.
Oh,
That
wow.
was the highlight of my life right there. That was
Yes.
definitely one of them. Mick Jagger?
Mick. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
Mick
awesome.
Jagger. Who is that girl?
Who is
She is really good. I was like, that gave me wings. I was like, okay, I can do anything now. Mick Jagger.
That's what, Dory, I want to also talk about, and shifting things. And I told you, not only is she international, she's a songwriter, she's a musician, but if you don't know, Dory Pride is an author. Her latest book, Spirit Talk, Your Soul Walks. This book was written to inspire and uplift. And trust me, for faith and fear, this is a book that you need to add into your library. Tell us a little bit, Dory, why did you write this book and what do you want people to take away from
Okay, I can say that pretty easily. I wrote the book because I've kept journals pretty much all my life because it's something that God put in my spirit as a child to write everything down. So and a bunch of other stuff, which is too long to get into. But I said, okay, I'm obedient. When I hear God speak to me, I know his voice. So I'm gonna do what he tells me to do, whether I want to do it or not. Okay, having said that, kept these journals for years and years and years. And my mother loved reading my journals. So when my mom was about to take off her earth suit, she would read all the time. She said to me, baby, I want you to do something with your writing. And I said, okay, mama. She said, no, promise me that you're going to do something with your writing. I said, okay, mama, I will. So she went on and I was left with her words. They were heavy on my heart. I have all these journals here. And it was like, so how do I even get started? What am I supposed to do? All I kept hearing her say is, do something with your writing. And she always loved reading my journals. So I prayed about it and I was shown to go through different, I want to call them volumes because that's what they are of my journals and open this one up. I would open it up and I collected all these pages. It wasn't something that I tried to do. I was led to it. Like the Holy Spirit would just say, this page, this page, this page, this page. And so I started putting it together. And a lot of it, it was like, oh, God, I don't want to share that. I feel like I'm naked, and God would tell me, this is what I want you to share because I want people to know me through you. I want them to know my goodness, my mercy. I want them to know that whatever they're going through, I'm always there and I'm going to bring you through. So, I started the first entry in the book was from 1998, I think. But I have many more years before that. But this is where I began. And I was like, God, you want me to, I don't want to share that, God. I feel like I'm just stripping my clothes off and I'm walking around naked. But God said, that's what I want. I want people to know me through you, my grace, my mercy. I want them to see how I brought you up. Now, I've never had like a bad life. I'm not trying to go there because I would not be telling the truth. This person that I am now is the person I've always been. But everybody's got stuff when they're learning. You don't know. You make a decision. You say, okay, that wasn't the best decision. But you don't know until you make the decision and say, oh, that's not good. I don't want to do that anymore. Those are the things that in my journal. It would be like spiritual. I would pray. I would meditate. And then I would contemplate what I would hear God telling me, and I would write it down in my journal. So I have this history of my life from that point to this point, and the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs, and how God never left me, even when sometimes I would feel like I don't know if I can make it. Yes, you can. Everything that's in that book is tried by fire, and I came out not smelling like smoke.
Okay.
It is to let people know. It is to let people know that wherever you are in your life, God is there, and He will never, 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 never leave you. So the book was written in that way as a to honor my mother, but it's not I wouldn't call it a religious book. It's not religious. It is not at all. It's a spiritual book with spiritual contemplations wrapped in poetry and wrapped in a cadence of light and growth, inner growth. So anybody that wants to know more about who they are in Him and who He is in them, that's the book for you.
That's the, and I tell you, everyone, please, the book will bless you. It will bless someone else. So when you order one, you never think about someone else, a friend that may need this. So make sure you get two. You never, as a gift. Make sure you go to, and Dorie, where can they get the book? On DoriePride?
They can get it. They sure can. DoriePride.com/author, and they can get it right there. I want to say that the people that enjoy my writing, my blogs and things, it's coming from my book. A lot of it is coming from my book. And what isn't coming from my book is what God is showing me, what I'm writing for the next one. So if you like the things that I've written and you make comments and this, that, and the other, then you'll love the book because that's where it's coming from. It's coming from that place of light and truth and enlightenment and peace.
In peace.
It's written to bring that. People that have bought the book, many of them will come back to me and tell me that they still keep the book and they carry it with them. I made it so that it would be small enough that you could carry somewhere, like you put it in your car, you put it in your purse if you're a woman. So many people tell me that they still refer to the book. And I want to say this last thing about it. It wasn't written in a way that you would write a traditional book. It's a movement, it's a flow like music. So it goes into fear and faith and surrender. It goes into spiritual contemplations. It goes into love and poetry. And then it crescendos into my mother taking off her earth suit and the last moment with her, and what I got from that moment and the relationship with her. Not sad. This is not a sad thing. This is actually, I think it would bring people a sense of peace because I did what she wanted me to do. I took care of her till she took her last breath. And I wrote what she wanted me to write, and I said what she wanted me to say. So I feel uplifted, and I want to bless other people with the same opportunity in whatever way that they are seeking to find that kind of light and love and peace and grace and serenity.
Thank you. DoriePride, I have had just an amazing time talking with you, my friend. And I want you to come back on the show. And
I would love to.
I want to
The
have.
album will be coming out in a few weeks, so.
Okay, tell us about that real quick.
Well, 3 of the songs from the album have been released in the past year, and each one of them went to #1. So now the album will the album will conclude everything, and it is looking through the eyes of Dorie Pride at the world, and bringing you a sense of joy and hope and contemplation and all of the things that make life wonderful and make you think and say, that's what's in it.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, international recording artist, musician, songwriter, author was Dorie Pride was my special guest tonight. Dorie, it's been an amazing time with you. You know, I could talk to you for hours. You know that. You know,
I can talk to you too.
You know, we have that connection.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
We have that. And again, come back to the show anytime. And I want you to again take care of yourself. And as always, I'm going to keep playing that music, and I don't have no time for fear. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And Dorie, we'll catch you next time, okay?
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much. I was honored to be on your show.
Thank you.
You are an incredible host and a gracious man and a beautiful soul, and I feel so blessed to know you and have you in my life. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Dorie Pride, international recording artist and author and songwriter. Make sure you go to doriepride.com. Thank you, everyone that was on the show tonight. Thank you all so much for your support. Please invite people to the page, K Ward Radio. And don't forget, when you log off right now, you know, get your phone. Just go over to YouTube and type K Ward Radio and hit that, over there, that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can get all the notifications when the show every Monday, 7 p.m. And you can also catch Featured Friday, every Friday at 7 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. Again, any guests or artists that are interested in coming on the show, there's my contact information there. Send me your music. My email address is there. Also, if you want to, contribution to the show, my information is there, K Ward Radio, my Cash App, PayPal information. If you need to get a K Ward Radio mask, just let me know. But again, I appreciate each and every one. Hey, my friend Costella. Hey, Faye, Larita. I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you all so much for your support. Whether you stay on here just a minute, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, or the entire show. Thank you so much. You too have that it factor. Make sure you take care of yourselves and be kind to others. Good night.
So much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. Bless my eyes this morning. Just sun is on the rise once again. The earthly things are going. Anything can happen. You see me sailing on the ego trips. Blast off on the space.
Hey guys, this is JAZZIE K Ward. You need to get your KWARD radio mask. And if you don't have one, shame on you. Well, you can still get them. They're only $15, $5 for shipping. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you soon.
JAZZIE K.